Hi guys! So, ngayon ay Sunday, we're going to church and it's negative 12 degrees sa labas. Feels like negative 20. Ayun. And mag-commute lang kami going to church kasi wala naman kami kotse dito sa Canada. But yan, ito yung nasa labas ngayon. Daming snow sa labas. Hi guys! So, nandito kami ngayon sa bus stop. Ooh! Negative 12 degrees Celsius. So cold. Negative 12 degrees Celsius sa labas. And katapos lang namin mag-church. Mahangin, kaya sobrang lamig. Pero kung wala naman hangin, I think okay lang. Kasi nakaparka naman ako eh. So, nandito kami ngayon sa tram in Kitchener. Very convenient yung tram, guys, compared sa bus. Yun lang, if point to point yung pupuntahan nyo na malapit dun sa station ng tram, mas okay yung tram. Konti lang yung mga stops.
Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video ay pag-uusapan natin yung topic na kaya ba nang walang sasakyan dito sa Canada? And ngayon ay kasama tayo ng aking husband, Paul, to discuss this topic. And yeah, let's start. So, the first question is, bakit wala tayong sasakyan sa Canada? And ano yung naging parang reason bakit nag-decide tayo na huwag munang bumili ng sasakyan?
So for us, since I work from home and you work from home, so for us it makes sense not to buy a car yet kasi we don't need it. Just because there are many alternatives for owning a car these days. I mean, for us. But again, it's case by case basis. So for us, we don't have a kid or kids yet. Our works doesn't need us to have a car. So for us, yeah, it works.
Yeah. So basically guys, 2 years na kami dito sa Canada at wala pa kaming sasakyan. It's because naka-work from home kami right now, so hindi namin kailangan mag-travel everyday and wala pa kaming anak, so very flexible pa kami, very mobile pa kami. We can still take the public transportation. And nandito kami nakatira sa may downtown area wherein very accessible yung area namin to like, for example, groceries, or kung meron kami gustong puntahan sa downtown, like for example, the pharmacy, and mga stores, and mga kainan. So it's very convenient for us dito sa downtown area. And marami din na public transportation kami pwedeng pagpilian sa area namin. We have the bus, tram, and Uber or a Lyft, and merong mga go buses and go trains if you want to go to Toronto or outside the Kitchener area.
Other cities. Yeah.
Yes, other cities.
Yeah, and also living in downtown, that means access to central stations. Kind of like the train usually has to go through the downtown area because it's where the hustle and bustle is, right? So that's another pros of living downtown, because you can go to Toronto or to other bigger cities via train if you live near downtown. So yeah, that's a good pro then, I think, living in downtown, concerning not having a car.
So ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung mga pros ng not having a car in Canada. So ano yung mga naisip mong mga advantages na wala pa tayong sasakyan dito?
I think the most obvious is finance. Like you don't. So especially if you buy a car via car loan, um, the interest rates these days is very high. In any, like whether it's personal loan or car loan, or especially mortgage or housing loan. No, so finances, you will free up more of your cash flow if you don't um, lock yourself with a car loan, especially when you're like starting here in Canada. The first few years, there's so many expenses. You don't, if you don't have family here, so the finances will really be better if you don't put yourself with having a burden of car loan if you don't need it. But if you need it, then of course it can be good. If you need it for work, then that's, you don't have a choice. If you need it for, let's say, your business, if you have a business that needs, because we have friends, right, that they use it as like they're a business. They need a car to like deliver stuff or to pick up stuff and earn money from that as they're part of business. So that's good. But if you don't need it for us, like we're working from home, we just go out to go to church or to even just do some fun things aside from groceries. So it really frees up your money to use it for other more important stuff.
Yes, and also guys, when it comes to that, wala kaming minimaintain na sasakyan. So, of course, if may sasakyan kayo, kailangan mong i-maintain yan and kailangan mong magbayad ng insurance dito sa Canada, which is on top pa siya ng, for example, car loan, kung brand new yung bibilhin nyo. So, for us is, wala kaming minimaintain, wala kaming kailangan na like for example, i-ayos sa sasakyan. Mahal din yung parking lot. Especially na sa downtown area kami, mahal yung parking lot na per month na babayaran. So, when it comes to the budget, is mas nakakatipid kami.
So, aside from the finance and the things you mentioned, the other thing that I think is a pro is, you mentioned about the insurance, right? So, you don't want to be, so in the first few years na, let's say you're still new in Canada and you don't have much experience, like you're paying, you need to be paying more insurance than, like, let's say a person with good record here in Canada. So because you're still new, like insurance company does not know how good of a driver you are, so you're gonna be paying more insurance for that. And then
yan, isa rin pro guys is nakakapag-exercise kami, nakakapaglakad-lakad kami kasi wala kami sasakyan wala kami choice but to maglakad, to walk within like the city. It's like a forced exercise. And na-enjoy naman namin siya because nakakapunta kami, pupunta kami ng park or for example mag-grocery kami. Then we just need to walk. So since we're working from home, all day, nasa loob kami ng bahay, and then when it's time to go out, then we just need to walk, and then it's like a form of exercise na rin, since wala kaming sasakyan. So it's like a forced exercise for us, which is actually still good.
Yeah, for sure, because especially during months that it's hard to exercise, like winter or something like that, then you have no choice. You have to walk. So I think that's it.
Talking about that, pag-usapan naman natin yung how much ba yung mga public transportation dito sa Kitchener area. So, as I mentioned earlier, my bus, my tram, go trains and go buses, and Uber or Lyft. So, how much yung mga fares for those public transportation?
So when you use public transportation here in Kitchener, Ontario, so I think it's almost the same as in other cities in Ontario. So it's around $3.50 for the for the entire 90 minutes. The time you swipe your public transport card, it's $3.50. So as long as you're within the 90 minutes, it doesn't matter na kung you go anywhere and use how many buses, so it's covered. And so I think average namin like two people.
So yung bus is $3.50,
Yeah.
and then the tram is the same.
So the same expense, like the same swipe, you can and within the same 90 minutes you can either use the bus or the tram within the 90 minutes. Doesn't matter which transport you swipe it first. Like, so let's say you use the bus and then you switch to tram, so it's still the same. You just spend $3.50 for within the 90 minutes.
And then for go buses and go trains, if you want to go to like other cities, like Toronto, how much yung fare? Like for example, sa experience mo, na pumunta ka to Toronto, magkano yung binayaran mo na fare?
So
Using go bus and
Yeah.
go train.
using Go Bus from Kitchener to Toronto, it's only $30 back and forth na siya. So, and it really depends on how far you travel. So Kitchener and Toronto is like, I don't know, 60, 70 kilometers far. So that's considerably far. It's one and a half hour if you use the bus or train. And yeah, $30 I think is
Balik-balik ka na yung
yeah,
$30.
it's back and forth, so it's not bad. It's not bad.
Which is go bus and go train.
Yeah, you can use bus or train with the same ticket. So you can just present your ticket to the bus, a driver, or to the train. So they're gonna be checking it once you're inside the train, or the bus driver will check it.
Okay, and then for Uber or Lyft, how much naman yung fare?
For Uber, so well, depends on the distance, of course. So Uber for us, I think as long as you're in like the city, within the city, you're traveling within the city, average is $10 or $9, depends on how far. But as long as you're within the city, for us, that's our average per trip, about $10. And yeah, you just hop in and
For one trip. Yeah. Yung Lyft naman guys is another transportation app siya, which is much cheaper compared to Uber, like maybe 10% cheaper.
Yeah.
And guys, also, Uber tsaka yung Lyft is meron siyang tip na option sa app. So, it's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you kung how much yung ititip niya. It's just a heads up. And guys, so pag-usapan naman natin ngayon yung mga cons of not having a car in Canada.
Cons is, so there are many places I wanted to travel on the weekends, but of course, it has to wait until we are able to rent a car. So I think that's a con, because it can be more fun to explore Canada if you have a car. It definitely is more fun when you have a car. Like, there's so many places that, you know, it's just less traveled areas you want to go and explore, like cities. Like I remember when we went to Port Stanley, near London. It was really fun, and it was, you can experience like some local vibe when you have a car. There are many good cities that you can travel.
Yeah, so makakapag-travel ka na guys within Canada kung may sakit ka. So, ang ginagawa namin pala, kung gusto namin mag-travel ng medyo malayo, is nag-rent kami ng car using Turo app. And parang siyang sort of like Airbnb of cars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nag-rent kami. The range is, it starts like maybe $90 per day and up. Depende sa car na pipiliin
Average.
mo. Yeah, so average is around $90. And may insurance din siya, di ba, na binabayaran on top
So
of
I
that.
think $90 is, yeah, you're right when you say average. But when you hit that $90 sort of pricing, you can really get a good car now. Like, remember, we rented this Kia Neo or something like that. Kia, it's a
2020 model.
2020 model. It's hybrid car. It's like they have electric and gas at the same time. So and then the owner is really nice. So it's ready for winter. All winter tires ready. All the equipment's there, and then yeah, you just have to fill up the gas when you return it, and it's a hatchback kind of car, so it's good enough for us. I mean, it's big enough for us.
And yung total na binayaran natin for like a 3-day
3-day
trip
is
is
200 something. So you need to include the insurance then. But for me, I just use buy the minimum insurance because yeah, I don't drive recklessly, and I think it's on the long term it's cheaper if you just buy the minimum as long as you're careful.
Yeah, so yung total na binayaran natin for a 3-day trip going to
$220 or something.
going to Blue Mountain from Kitchener is $220.
20. Yeah.
Yeah, yun yung binayaran namin. And okay, so isa pang con of not having car in Canada is
You can't really. I haven't really thought about this. Yeah, again, it goes back to case by case, right? Because for us, we work from home, so we're just always thinking about what do we need it for rather than
Okay.
what can't we.
okay guys, so isa pang con na naisip ko na not having a car in Canada is, for example, nagmamadali ka. Okay, gusto mong puntahan yung certain na area, nagmamadali ka, but since wala kami sakyan, kailangan mag-antay ng bus. So, kailangan namin ahead of time pumunta sa bus stop and titingnan yung bus kung ano oras darating. So, hindi kami basta-basta makakapag-decide agad na pumunta agad. I mean, pumunta dun sa lugar na pupunta namin since wala nga kami sakyan. So, I think it's more on like, kung nagmamadali ka, hindi ka pwede magmadali because wala nga kami sakyan. So, you have to manage your time properly, especially kung anong oras darating yung bus. So, isa yun sa cons na naisip ko.
Or in that case, you just take the Uber if if you think you can spend that money and it's important enough. So just spend Uber. I think it's more comfortable. I think one con I think of is like if there's an opportunity, or like an event that you really want to go and then it's like urgent, like the next day, then gusto mong punta sa, let's say, a different city, let's say Toronto. It's more expensive to rent a car on that day or buy a train ticket on that same day if it's far enough, rather than just drive there and then maybe like gasoline wise it just takes, let's say, $30. But if you rent a car, you'll have to spend at least $100 or $120 for that, and for that purpose alone. So for that single purpose that there's an opportunity or an event that you really want to go tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So those things you can't really prepare
Kaya
for.
hindi mo siya magagawa na walang planning.
Yeah,
Kailangan mo
yeah.
mag-plan. Kung gusto mong pumunta ng malayong lugar, is kailangan mo mag-plan ahead. Compared sa kung may sasakyan ka, pwede ka lang pumunta doon anytime that you want. So, that's also one thing na cons of not having car in Canada. Also, I think ang naisip ko rin is, for example, during winter,
Winter.
during winter, it's also, I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to commute during winter. Especially like, for example, yung bus. Kapag na-miss mo yung isang, like, yung bus na on a certain time, kailangan mo magantay ng around maybe 15 to 20 minutes for the next bus to arrive. So, of course, kung ma-miss mo yun, then kailangan mo magantay sa bus station ng mga 15 to 20 minutes, which is very, very cold, diba, during winter. So that, mga ganong instances is mas okay yung may sasakyan kasi nga is hindi mo na kailangan i-bear yung, very cold weather outside. Yeah, but since guys, we're still, very mobile and as I mentioned, is marami namang bus or public transportation within the downtown area na tinitira namin is okay pa kami for now na walang car. We're not saying that we're not gonna have car forever. For now, we're okay. So, of course,
For now, it makes sense.
of course, napag-uusapan na namin, like maybe in the future, na, we might buy a car. But I guess for now, in our situation, as we mentioned, it's case-to-case basis, is we're okay to not having a car as of now. Okay guys, so yung last na pag-usapan natin is maybe if you have some tips for the newcomers, yung bibigay mong advice sa kanila.
So I think one of the things that we did that helped us is really live near downtown if you don't have a car yet, because it really helps, especially if you're new in Canada. It really helps you to go to like government offices, like when you're processing your driver's license or when you're processing your health insurance. So most government offices are situated near downtown at least. And then of course your other necessities, right? So like libraries are near most libraries, and food, groceries. So I think staying near downtown really helps, and that goes back to the pros of not having a car. If you're new, and if the budget is tight, then you can redirect that money that goes towards your car to your let's say house rental, if that makes sense. If that works for you, then good. Then you can choose a better home, better quality home compared to staying away, and then also paying high cost for your car.
Also guys, if hindi naman sa downtown area, if you can stay sa mga near the plazas, kasi dito sa Canada, they call it a plaza, yung meron ng may grocery store na may Dollarama, may Shoppers, may pharmacy, like within just a certain area. And then, so within that area, may mga like maybe residential areas within that place, then you can rent na malapit dun sa mga plazas. If you're not considering downtown area. Yeah, isa pang tip din guys is if kaya nyo makahanap ng bahay na malapit sa mga bus stops. Yun. Or malapit sa mga public transportation. Kung wala pa kayong like budget to buy a car. Because, yun nga, that will really help you na pumunta from places to places if you're on a tight budget, if you just wanted to use the public transportation. So, yung malapit na sa mga bus stops. Yun din guys sa mga newcomers dito sa Canada. Like, for example, pupunta pa lang kayo dito sa Canada, is i-research nyo na ahead yung place na pagsistayan nyo. Like, for example, if you're going to like London, Ontario or Kitchener, Ontario, then you can research about the city and kung saan yung mga, like for example, malalapit na grocery areas or for example, mga government establishments sa pag-process ng papers. Then, yeah, you can actually decide on which specific place kayo mag-stay if you already have an idea of the parang geography nung place na pag-stayan. So, yeah, research ahead. That's very important. And also guys, huwag kayong magmadali. Kung wala pa talagang budget to buy a car, then huwag kayong magmadali na very abrupt decision na, wag na sa Canada, kailangan mo na sakyan. No, you just have to, maybe yung own na timing nyo and own pace, diba? Kasi iba-iba naman talaga tayo ng situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take your time, do your own research, and of course, yung budget nyo is i-consider nyo rin if you're planning to, buy a car in Canada. So, yun lang naman yung mga tips namin for you guys.
Yeah, I think car purchase is a very big decision then for newcomers in Canada, because again it can be really expensive. So don't just look at the retail cost. There's so many costs along the way owning a car. So yeah, like parking fees, maintenance of the
gas,
car, winter tires. You have to change that. Like there are many fees like insurance.
So yeah, just to share guys, meron kaming friend na bumili sila ng brand new car and it took them 6 months to get the car. And yung expenses nila, shinare nila sa amin is umabot ng, like monthly expenses is around like $1,000 for a brand new car because you're gonna pay the car loan. On top of that is insurance, and then parking lot that is monthly, and the gas, of course. So yeah, yung lahat ng expenses nila per month for a brand new car is around $1,000 per month. So yeah, just sharing with you guys. So that's the
As long
cost.
as they consider everything,
Yeah.
then yeah, if guys have budget, why not, right? So
So yun lang, para may idea kayo kung magkano yung like, if you're gonna buy a brand
the
new
real
car.
cost.
So yun guys, hopefully ay meron kayo natutunan sa aming discussion today. Thank you again for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you again in my next vlog guys. Bye!